Yeah, grew up in a Christian family, and so I was very privileged to grow up in a Christian family. Yeah, and so going to church, reading the Bible, praying, was always just a thing that I did. It was kind of like school. I just did it. That's what my parents did. Um, until it got to about year seven, when I had a Bible study with a particular leader. Oscar, you know about this. Yeah, and I had a study with this leader, and all of us in the study were same situation, grew up in a Christian family and kind of just going along with it. And it was the first time that someone told me, or asked me, like, is this your decision to be a Christian, or are you just following what your parents are doing? And so at that point, I was like, oh, wow, this is something I need to claim for myself. This is something I can't just be on the back of my parents for. I need to figure out if this is what I actually believe and if I want to hold to this. And so kind of in that moment, kind of, put my trust in God for myself. And that was a really big moment, big turning point. And then throughout high school, I had a lot of up and downs. I think moving up here was great, but it was hard. Didn't have many Christian friends. And so, yeah, it was hard, especially in the older years of high school. Found it hard to live out my faith and, walk in the light. Was kind of, dabbling in the darkness a bit. And so that was hard. I still had faith through that time, but I felt like I wasn't living it out necessarily. And then it got to after I finished school, and that's when I did the gap year, which was the best thing ever. If you are in year 12 and you're thinking about doing the gap year, do it. It's the best. And so, yeah, shout out gap year. I did the gap year, and that was a really good year to dig into the Bible, learn what it's like to love God and love His people, and just a really good year to set up the rest of my life, kind of where I wanted to go, and kind of deciding, what kind of path I was going to take for the rest of my life. And it really did a good job setting myself up for adulthood and the years to come. And so, as time has gone on from that point, I'm becoming more and more convinced that I am fully convinced of the trustworthiness of the Bible and the claims that it has about Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. And so, recently just been frothing on God, just frothing on the historical evidence, the evidence in my life of the truths of the Bible. And I've been looking into, shout out like Wes Huff, and you the boys know Wes Huff, fire. Wes Huff and like Tim Keller have been big for evidence-based things and life-based things of why I believe the things I believe. And so, and then it got to the point about 3 weeks ago where Dad and Vince, there he is, kind of was like, oh, you should get baptized. And I was like, haven't I already been baptized? And I was like, and so, I went into baptism and I was did my own research. And so I was baptized as a baby. I didn't really think much about baptism before this point, before they asked me. But then I was baptized as a baby, but then kind of figured out that was more for my church and my parents to commit to raising me in God. And so, I was did my own research about baptism, kind of figured out, that it's just a sign. It's not something you need to do to be a Christian, to be saved. And I think there's already evidence of my life, of other signs of why I'm a Christian, and that I've put my faith in Him. And so, I acknowledged that I didn't need to be baptized, but I didn't come across any reason not to be baptized. And so yeah, if this is, and I ask this to myself, like, if this is my life, my identity, my hope, yeah, if I've found my identity in Christ, then why not get baptized? Like, why not do every sign I can to show that, yeah, I've put my trust in Him, yeah, and that I'm a child of God, and I plan to be for the rest of my days. And so, yeah, that's why I'm getting baptized. Yeah, thanks, guys.